I want to start on the base paths tonight. What do you think of kind of, I guess, Manny? All three of those runs kind of manufactured with the way you ran the bases. What do you think of, I guess, Manny, Toddy, and Louis?
Yeah, I'm glad you started there. I mean, not to take anything away from the other guys we're going to talk about, but we spend a lot of time not thinking, but doing, and working on, different ways you can win baseball games. And you win them in all different, shapes and forms. And Manny with a great job, first of all, 2 outs. I liked our approach. It got better as the game went. Like Keller's sinker was pretty good, a lot of pull side ground balls. Second time through, Manny, boom, just getting a pitch, he can go through the middle of the field. Jax does his part, go the other way, and it kicks away, and Manny's getting a good aggressive turn. And got to give Leap some credit down there coaching third. Did a nice job of being his eyes for him a little bit as well. And it was a good send, but good base running by Manny, put himself in a really good position. And then you mentioned, Toddy, a walk. We didn't get, wasn't a lot out there tonight for us offensively, but when it's not, you got to figure out a way on the bases. And runner, he starts, and Louis down the line, and, so much fun to watch that guy fly around the bases, man. It's really, really special. So another base running play. And then we get him over. Manny does a great job fundamentally. Gets Louis over, tags. That's not, more of a 50-50. Boom, gets there, and now he's on contact. Gets a great jump, great slide. Just so really 4 base running plays helped us shake hands and win a baseball game.
What did you think of Nick tonight?
Oh, Nick was very good. I thought he was very good. I thought really controlling the strike zone. Him and Diaz worked well again together. I thought the curveball was good, sweeper good for punch out, fastball with life. Started to get some balls, looked like maybe towards more the middle part of the plate, towards the 5th, 6th. He was very efficient for 6 innings and left there and got the win.
You mentioned earlier this week about Toddy being able to help you even when the production isn't what it was the first month of the season. He's was moving on that double from Arias.
Yep.
Earlier, he held a single. Might have stopped another one from scoring when he, Pham didn't want to test the arm. Can you just speak to what he does for you guys right now?
Yeah, Jeff, glad you brought that up. It's one of the top my notes outside the base running is the play on Reynolds. Keeping it right there. We get a double play ball immediately. The tag, even last series, actually all season, I don't know that he's got an outfield assist because I don't think anybody's really going to test it. Right there, it's just medium, shallow fly ball. People would, rightfully in some cases push, and it's not a guy you push. He's a force in every facet of the game.
You haven't had to use Suarez for 4 outs. You did today. What did he show you?
We haven't. He's 3 days off. Knew it was an option before the game started. Strada, first of all, was fantastic. Again, Jason, 2 quick outs. McCutcheon got a ball, and then, some close misses. And we're in a situation where we know we got arrested Robert, and he's willing to do, and came in, made a really good pitch, and, was efficient 1, 2, 3 in the 9th. And, that's why he's our caballo at the end.
I know you're not one to look too big picture, but this is the start of kind of a stretch, or part of kind of a stretch where you have a lot of games and the many days. Like the little things that we've talked about, like when you're in a stretch like this where it is kind of relentless, how important are they?
Critical. Yeah, they're always important. You play in a silo, in a game in a silo, in one game, it's always important. But, you play a lot of games in a row, everything's going to be important. At the top of the list is our efficiency of our defense, because we got to continue to make sure we're turning outs into outs. So our defense is going to be really important during that stretch, and make sure we're not, we're rewarding the outs that the pitchers get and not giving any extra quarter. And then all the little things that show up like they did tonight, that's just, it's always important. And whenever the situation, as Toddy says, whatever the situation calls for, we're always prepared for it. And it's not always easy to execute, but at least be aware of what it is and go look to execute and pounce.
Frank,
oh, thanks.
Sorry. Appreciate it. And Coach, kind of reiterating our first point is this team always seems to find a way to win, and we talk about the X's and O's, but just having that grit. Just talk to me about how proud you are of these guys as they've shown that this entire season.
Yeah, no, that's exactly right. I mean, that's important. I mean, there's a will to win, and I talk about it a lot. And it's not cliche for me. It comes across anytime you say something a lot, it can become like, overly cliche. But the words that I bring up, like winners find solutions. That's real. It's a mindset, and our group has it. And to AJ's point, this questions, tonight it was base running. Just find a way. You look up and realize, Keller threw the ball well. He's on the ground a lot, and there's not a lot of nothing really free there. So we got to figure out a way in other areas, and that ultimately is a definition of grit, right? It's when it's not easy. I mean, it's no one's going to hand us anything, and so it's easy to say, oh, this guy's got a good sinker night, this guy's got that. Yeah, okay. When I was 14, I wanted a moped and I got a bike. You don't always get what you want, man. You got to find a way, and it's just about creating the best solution you can. And I pedaled really hard. Schwinn. Yep. It was yellow, actually. Yes. Yeah, it was nice. I think we got it on sale. All right. Yep.